Hi everyone! So I just wanted to do a quick video talking about influencer collaborations, merch, Patreons, whatever the case may be. I wanted to talk about what you can do to support creators if you're unable to do so financially. I know myself, my resources are limited, and I just wanted to share some of the things that you can do instead of spending money. Because money is an issue for a lot of people. I know I'm not the only one. I know that money is tight for a lot of people, and not everybody has disposable income and the ability to buy stuff that they want and don't necessarily need. So let's just say your favorite creator or influencer has come out with new merch or a really cool brand collab. You really want to support them, you know, you love them a lot, you really want to show them support. Maybe you can't afford it, maybe it's also something that doesn't necessarily interest you. Maybe the colors don't interest you, maybe the product itself doesn't interest you. If it's makeup, maybe it's like repeat stuff of what you already have, so maybe you're looking at it and going, well, I don't really need this, but I really want to support them. You know they've worked hard, you've been supporting them for a long time, you really want them to be successful, so what can you do? So the first thing is engaging with their social media. So it seems pretty obvious, but not everybody does this. So you can like videos, leave comments. That's incredibly helpful for engagement for those channels. Follow on their other socials. It's going to be very rare that somebody that you watch on YouTube doesn't have a Twitter or Instagram or TikTok or whatever the kids are doing these days, but you know, they're gonna have somewhere else that you can follow them as well. That's also incredibly helpful for increasing their engagement. If you follow them on Instagram, like the photos, comment on them, Twitter, like, retweet, especially posts and content that's about that stuff, that thing that they've been working so hard on. It's an opportunity for you to still be positive about what's happening, even if you can't afford it. You don't necessarily have to be like constant retweeting and being like, oh my god, I wish I had this, oh my god, oh my god. But even if you retweeted it and was like, this looks amazing, it's still very positive. Other people might come across it on your socials and be like, hey, this person's excited about it too. You can engage with other people who are creating content with that collaboration, with that merch, whatever it may be. I'm gonna probably just stick with collaboration. Let's say that's the easiest. So let's say that somebody created a review on the makeup collaboration. Engage with the video, like that video, comment on that video. That way the information about the collaboration gets more attention as well. You can comment on videos and posts and topics about that particular collaboration. Just my advice is to be honest. I'd say don't pretend like you've tried something that you haven't, and I don't think the person responsible, you know, behind the collab would want you to lie for them, but just be honest. Say that it looks nice, or that it's on your wish list, or you're happy for them, or whatever. Same thing goes for the brand they're collaborating with. So it's a different thing if it's a influencer like created brand and you still want to support them. Well, like follow that specific page. Follow that page, engage with their posts, the same sort of stuff. But let's say it's a collaboration with a brand. Just right in front of me I see Urban Decay. So let's just say somebody collabed with Urban Decay. You can engage with Urban Decay's post. Chances are that brand is really going to be pushing that collaboration as well. So they're going to be posting things on their different social medias about, are you excited for this to launch, whatever. Oh, yay, excited, you're adding to the positive feeling of that. If you're an active commenter on other people's channels, on other people's socials, tell them about the product. Tell them that this is something that excites you. If it's a larger account, there's a good chance that they get PR, or they will be purchasing things for reviews. And a lot of the people I watch say that they buy stuff based on people's interest in it. So if you don't talk about something, they're either not going to know about it or not think people are interested in seeing a discussion about that product or a review or see them use it. So if you mention it and then other people mention it, or people respond to your comment, you get a thread going, they're probably going to notice that, and that's going to make them more likely to look for that product like in their PR stack, or to actually go out and purchase it or try to purchase it. I would say the same thing goes for recommending channels to other people. It's really about speaking warmly and speaking positively about a person, or in this case it's about a person and a thing. So if you wanted to recommend somebody's channel or you wanted to recommend that sort of collaboration or something, you know, speak positively about them, speak honestly, and just explain why you want to see it. Explain what it is and how excited you would be to see that person featured on their channel, or that, you know, that makeup product featured on their channel. That could also apply to makeup forums as well, other places where people might be asking for recommendations for creators. Talk about the people you like. Talk about what specifically it is that you like about them, why you like something. Is it their skill? Is it, you know, maybe they're a professional makeup artist, maybe it's their personality, maybe it's somebody that you just really like having on in the background. You just like the sound of their voice, and maybe just by mentioning that, somebody else will go check out their channel, see that sort of merch, see that collaboration, fall in love with their channel, they've got a new favorite, and then they go and purchase that thing. So you couldn't afford it, but just by you saying nice things about that person, now somebody else has discovered them, and now somebody else is able to purchase those things, and that helps the creator, and it costs you nothing. So by you speaking up, it helped introduce them to a potential new audience, because that person could be able to be someone who could support them financially by purchasing their collabs or becoming a Patreon, and then maybe they tell other people, hey, I found this really cool person who has this really cool collaboration, and then it just sort of keeps going. I don't want to advocate keyboard wars. I really don't think it's very smart, but you can step in for your favorite creator if things get a little bit nasty, or if it's not true from your perspective. So let's just say somebody comments and is like, I'm not going to support this collaboration. They seem so standoffish and mean. They never responded to my comments, or, you know, whatever. And if your experience was different than that, there's nothing wrong with you saying, that's funny that you say that, because they've always been really warm to me, and they've taken the time to respond to my comments, or whatever your experience may be. Because when people read things on the internet, they tend to believe whatever they read. So if there's only one person saying, oh my god, this person is mean and terrible, a lot of people will read that and just kind of assume that person's right, because nobody is saying anything different. And it does make a huge, huge difference if you are another voice as well, because you might be one voice who stands up for that person, which then encourages someone else to say, yeah, me too, actually, yeah, me too. And you can have like a chain reaction of people explaining their positive things. So not to say that that other person's experiences aren't valid, but it just doesn't mean that it's who that person is. And that little defense, it's not an argument, you're not fighting with them, you're just explaining what your point of view is and what your experience has been with the creator. And that can make a huge difference on the internet, where like first impressions, or like secondhand first impressions, are very crucial. So when people read things, it's good to have multiple opinions. I'd say don't be afraid of that, because just like you're not denying their experience, they can't really deny yours either. So I know it can be a little frightening sometimes to want to give an opposing opinion. I know sometimes there is that hive mind effect, but I know if you really want to support your favorite creator, it's a really easy, simple way to do so. That's all stuff that I personally try to do, being a person who's unable to purchase these things. I have occasionally had people that I wish I could support, and I've just tried to be as positive as I could be, congratulating them on social media, retweeting their posts, putting things in like my Instagram stories or whatever, and every little thing helps, because it really does keep bringing it to another audience. And even if it's one person who's like, hey, I've never heard of this person before, I'm gonna go check them out, like I said, it can spiral, and it can be such a wonderful, beautiful chain reaction, and it doesn't cost you anything but like a little bit of time. So anyway, I hope this was helpful in some way, because I have seen a couple people, you know, speak with some like remorse and even some guilt, it seems like, that they can't afford to purchase collaborations from some of their favorite people. And I just wanted to stress that there are ways you can support people without having to, you know, scrimp and save and not necessarily buy something that you don't want, if that makes sense, or something that you can't really afford at this time. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to make that clear, that there's nothing wrong with that at all, and there's other ways that you can help. And yeah, so that is everything I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my super sweaty hair. I hate heat waves. I can't stand it. But anyway, I thought maybe like the flowers would kind of distract a little bit. Probably not. I'm very greasy. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. I hope we get a chance to chat soon. Bye for now.